Hello everybody, welcome to something a little bit different. We're going to be playing some Standard on a program called XMage. Basically functions just like MTGO, but doesn't cost any money. Not too buggy or anything, so seems pretty good. Yeah, so we got the Standard best of 3 going on here. I'm playing a Grixis control deck, and we'll see what our opponent's up to. Renegade map. Okay, just gets lands. Alright, so we did have to mulligan, which isn't great, but our hand's not too bad. Lead off with an island, I guess, and see how things go. So yeah, I use this on occasion instead of MTGO, mainly just because I don't have to spend money. The EDH is fun on MTGO, but I don't really want to buy any other cards. They're all free on here, and I could draft on here, which is fun. The drafting is a little bit weird because people tend to just leave mid-draft a lot because, you know, there's no money on the line or anything, which can be a little bit annoying, but yeah, I don't mind. As long as I get some silly stuff. You get to do like the vintage draft, legacy draft, and pretty much play whatever I want. Sometimes it takes a while to find a game, but aside from that, I enjoy it. Oh, and this program was a pain in the ass to install, but whatever. Anyways, our hand's looking pretty good as far as Grixis control goes. We got pretty much everything we would want. So let's transgress him and see what he has. Paradoxical outcome and bone saw. Alright, well, pretty easy outcome here. So it's just a paradoxical outcome deck. And we'll auto yield to his turn. So we can look at this card if you don't know what it does. It's from the last set, I think, or the set before last, something like that. Turn any number of non-land, non-token permanents you want to your hand. And draw a card for each one. It's used in Vintage for Storm decks, which is kind of cool, because you got all the moxes and the free artifact mana, so you play them, get a bunch of mana, paradoxical outcome, return them all to your hand, play them all again, get a bunch more mana, and it just generates a bunch of storm count that way, and a mana. Oh, what is this? Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Reveal an artifact from among them, put it into your hand, the rest on the bottom. Alright, and he's got another artifact. And so definitely some weird combo-y deck. I think we will be pretty okay. I think I just cast another thing in the ice here. Pretty much, if we get these counters off them as soon as possible, then we'll be in good shape. Instant or sorceries, or remove the counters, and that flips into big-ass monsters. He's got another crane. They're only 1/3s, so I'm not too scared yet. But I also really have no idea what this deck's win condition is, so... Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot. Enters the battlefield, you draw a card and lose a life. Sack it, draw a card, lose a life. Okay. And there's the Bone Saw. Maybe Bone Saw's the main game plan. Yeah. How's he equipping that? You just have extra mana left. Alright, we take 2. So we have lots of removal. Mana's a little bit awkward. I guess we can use Ether Hub, tap for any color at the cost of energy. So let's go and make a red, and we'll Sweltering Suns. These are supposed to have mana symbols next to it, but kind of like these ones, but for some reason they're invisible. Don't really know. So we'll board wipe. But our things get to live, so that's pretty good. And I guess next turn we just Glimmer of Genius and hope to draw some action. Our opponent does have 5 cards in hand, so he's in okay shape. Not really seeing a good way to show you the backside of this card. Oh well. Most people probably know what it does. Another crane. Jeez. It's 3 of them? Yeah. Fair enough. Another bone saw. I see he has drawn 10 cards deeper than I have. Alright, we don't have the mana to Gearhulk yet. So Gearhulk basically Snapcaster Mage. And that's okay, because I'd like to Gearhulk into Glimmer of Genius again, so you could draw a bunch of extra cards. Alright, so we're probably going to take 2 again here. That card's starting to get better, because that's his 3rd one, so that's a draw 3 right there. It's definitely spinning his wheels. Just a matter of whether or not he can win, and how he does it, because I'm really not sure still. I doubt bone saws on Glint Nest Cranes are the deck's main game plan, because it seems pretty loose, but could be. Who knows? This is like casual room, I guess. I don't know why the swamp is invisible. It's a little bit buggy of a program, but get what you pay for. More equipment, I guess. +0, +3 in vigilance. So that'll protect it from Sweltering Suns. Ooh, there's this paradoxical outcome. So I could Glimmer here. I think I will. So there's no counterspell that we could hit, unfortunately, because I don't have a Dispel in the main deck. But drawing 2 when he's tapped out is pretty good. Select the cards you want to put on the bottom. I don't really need either of these. Alright, we drew Negate and another Glimmer. Yeah, so if this Estuary came in untapped, we'd be able to counter that. It's a bummer. Opponent has 14 cards in hand. He does only have 1 mana, so you can dump out the Bone Saws and the Shields, but hopefully not do too much damage. Next turn we'll be able to leave up Gearhulk into another Glimmer, or we could just negate. Not to mention flipping Thing of the Ice, I'm pretty sure when it flips it bounces all non-horrors. So whatever creatures he plays will get returned to his hand, if I remember correctly. That's what I was trying to see, but can't look at the back side apparently. Anticipate is a good draw. So I could Anticipate, and then I still keep up Negate and Glimmer of Hope, and that will also flip a Thing in the Ice and let me attack this turn. So I think I like doing that. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, return all non-horror creatures to their owner's hand. I thought so. We'll just take Disallow, I guess. Should be fine. And get in there with the horror. I don't know what's the correct choice here. I could get the Harness Lightning or the Magma Spray to kill his little flyers, but I'm really not too scared of them. I figure Disallow is safer, depending on whatever his win condition ends up being. So this way, I cast one instant at the end of his turn, or to counter whatever he's playing. My other thing on the ice will flip, and I'll be able to swing for 14. Yeah. Particularly if I wait till his end step, then it'll also bounce all of his creatures, so he won't be able to block. Unless his creatures happen to be horrors, I guess. See what he can figure out. Paradoxical outcome again. I think I just let that go. And mainly just try and protect my thing in the ices at this point. So he's got 12 cards in hand and 4 mana. And we got 2 counter spells. Alright, we got it. So what do we want against this deck? I have no freaking clue. Paradoxical outcome I think is instant. I forget already. I don't really know if we need to sideboard at all. I mean, we could bring in the Transgresses to deal with it. But aside from that, what would we go down? I guess Grasp. I guess Grasp is better than Mega Spray. More likely to kill those fires, which are the only things we've really seen. Yeah, we'll just play this, I guess.
Your game has started.
We have so much removal that, like, if the only game plan is to equip up those fires, we should be fine. This is probably not a keepable hand. This one's fine, I guess. It's not great, but we can Cedar up a mountain. We'll have all 3 colors on turn 3. We're just gonna fetch, so it doesn't really matter. And we don't want to draw more lands anyways, if possible. Alright, let's get some red. So this is the thing that just gets him land. Seems fine. I wonder how many lands that deck plays. Might be like a pretty small amount. It is possible to lose this game. I mean, last time we had the 2 thing in the ices in play early, but this time we don't really have that kind of pressure. Just keep up Anticipate here. Kind of bluff negate. This deck's win conditions, we have 2 Chandra Flamecallers, which is the 6 mana Chandra that when you tick her up, she makes 2 3/1 elementals with haste. We also have 3 or I think 4 of the blue Gear Hulks. We have 3 or 4 Bedlam Revelers, or whatever the 5 mana. Oh no, Goblin Dark Dwellers is what it's called, sorry. It's the goblin that comes in and lets you cast instant or sorcery from your graveyard. Alright, end turn. Let's Anticipate. Let's grab to the Slaughter. Transgress the Mine, that's a good draw. Let's target him. What do we got? Bone Saws, nothing exciting. So I'll take Metallic Rebuke. So there's his other win condition, I guess. Oh no, wait, that's a counterspell. Just kidding. I thought that was something else. So I guess he brought in the counterspells against me. That's good to know about. We know he's at Island, Bonesaw, and Puzzle not in hand. So now he's got Island, Bonesaw, and 1 unknown. Yes, Island, Bonesaw, and an unknown. He must have played his Island for the turn. I don't know, something like that. Alright, what do we got? Just play this land that comes into play tapped, ship it back. Kind of just have a bunch of creature removal at this point, so hold on to it till he plays some creatures. And hopefully draw win condition soon. Take inventories, that's that draw spell again. Draw one card for every card with that name in the graveyard, including itself, I think. So starts with draw one, and the next one will be draw two. Crack puzzle not to draw some more. It looks like he's done. We just drew more land. Pass it back. So Bonesaw, I guess, is pretty much the only card we know in his hand. Maybe an island. Probably just get rid of that. Definitely curious how this deck wins. I have a feeling like it can't just be those 4 random flyers we saw. There's got to be something else going on. Could bring in more counter spells. Opponent is thinking something over. See what he's cast so far this game. Just those 3. Yes, this is that draw spell. It's okay. If it was instant speed, it'd be cool. It's a sorcery. I don't personally care for it too much. But I guess when you're just trying to draw through your deck as fast as possible, there's an argument to run it. Oh, he lost connection. Alright, let me cut this clip here, and I'll come back when he gets back. Be right back. Alright, our opponent came back and just conceded. So I guess that's that. That's pretty short. I'll just hop right into another game, though. We'll try and get another best of 3 going in this video. Might be a little bit of a long one, though, so I will be right back. Alright, we found another game reasonably quickly. This hand is okay. It's kind of risky, I think, but we'll see. Opponent mulligan down to 6. Kept their 6-hander. Alright. So I think we're just evolving wilds for a swamp to start. And we have to decide if we want to transgress or anticipate on the next turn. I think I'm going to transgress just to see what our opponent's up to. Depends what we draw though too. If we draw a thing in the ice, I'll probably just play that. Alright. Yes, transgress here. What you got? Looks like it is a blue-black control deck. So let's just take the counter spell. It's not the window I'm looking for. This one. So this should be good for us. Without the counter spell, he doesn't have much to interact with us. On the flip side, we don't really have much to interact with him. So, could be an awkward game. We have lots of dead removal that I'll have to side out. So he's probably planning to anticipate. Which is fine, because we are probably doing the same. I'll probably anticipate in response to him doing it, just so that... Oh, he did not do it. Okay. Interesting. Does that mean he drew a counterspell? Well, we'll anticipate at his end step. See if he wants to negate it or something. I guess he doesn't know exactly what we're on yet. He's not wrong. This is a deck I just found on Tapped Out arbitrarily today. And that version did have a bunch of the new cards, including Bolas. So I had to switch a couple of them out for some things that are still standard legal. So sort of just a roughly thrown together control list at that point. Yeah, but it's fun. Grixis control is something I am a fan of. I think I'll just take Gear Hulk here. Seems like the game's going to go long enough where having multiple Gear Hulks can't hurt. So our opponent cast their Anticipate, so also Sunken Hollow, so we know they have a Fatal Push and a Ruinous Path in hand. Fatal Push not too worried about, because that's not really going to hit any of our stuff. Aside from a Thing in the Ice. Ruinous Path will hit Chandra, so that's something to keep in mind. He could also Fatal Push our Fumarole if we choose to activate it. So he got into another Anticipate. His end step will just Glimmer. Does not look like he's doing anything else this turn. Ooh, control mirror matchup. Maybe there should be its own video after all. Give it a go. See if it's countered. Not a huge deal if it is. Let's bottom. Let's bottom both. We'll probably draw more lands, yeah, so it's fine. To the Slaughter, deals with Planeswalkers, which is nice. And we got a Goblin Dark Dwellers to bait out that Ruinous Path. I think I'm down to do that. Lagging a little bit. Alright. So let's transgress again. Anticipate Glimmer. Oh, that's my graveyard. Get rid of that. Thought that was his hand. Alright. Oh, he's gonna negate it. Okay, fair enough. So we will F9 to his turn. Imagine he'll have Ruinous Path. And then we could drop Chandra, hopefully. Although we could go with the Gear Hulk plan instead. I kind of like that better. So we'll Gear Hulk at the end of his turn. Let's see if we can get him to tap out, and then we can Chandra, tick her up, and get a bunch of damage through. Let's bring up our graveyards so I can see what I got to play with. There's no counter spells in there yet. He opted not to kill it. Interesting. Nope. Just getting its sorcery, so that makes total sense. So we just let this happen? I think so. We have no shortage of threats, so... Alright, so let's Gear Hulk. Oh, resolves. Very nice. Alright, so we will flashback Glimmer of Genius. I'll keep them both, sure. Let's draw Disallow first, I guess. Let's Chandra now. I feel like if he had counter spells, he would have countered the Gear Hulk. Plus, now that Ruinous Path has been used, reasonably comfortable as far as Chandra being safe. And we can get in for a bunch of damage. He can Fatal Push one of the tokens here. Alright, get in for the damages. Not bad. Alright, and we'll yield to our next turn, because we are tapped out. So all we know of in his hand is Fatal Push, I believe. Maybe an Anticipate still. So he's got his own Gear Hulk, probably getting Ruinous Path to kill Chandra. So that's fine. That means we should be able to win here. We just have to kill his Gear Hulk with 2 the Slaughter and swing for 5. Oh. Alright. So what do we want to do? Against control, we want to bring in the Sphinx that can't be countered. We don't need Magma Sprays. We don't need Harness Lightning. We don't need Sweltering Sun. Let's bring in the Transgress. Dispels, I guess. Summary Dismissal and Commit. Seems fine. So we still have some creature removal. Could bring another 2 the Slaughter in case he's playing Planeswalkers. In place of Grasp. Probably fine. Bring in Liliana too. There's more shit for him to deal with. Let's try that. Might be might have taken out a little bit more removal than we want to, but we'll see. We didn't really see any creatures from aside from the Gear Hulks, so we'll have to see. His hand is a bit slow, but we'll give it a go. Got no blue mana either. Oh, that's good. Good draw. Let's probably play that next turn. Just so that we can transgress turn 2. I want to just anticipate for a blue source. Thing in the ice, huh? I'm gonna let this resolve first. Yep, give me my energy. Select him, black, colorless. Murder, pull from tomorrow, and ruin his path. Let's take pull from tomorrow. Oh no, doesn't have a high enough CC. I guess ruin his path. So we know he has murder. Ooh. Murder and pull from tomorrow. But that's good. That means we should be alright, even though we're going to stumble over land a bit. Could just bait out that murder with Thing in the Ice. Seems fine. No, because I want to anticipate for a blue source. So I'll do that at his end step. Alright. And a turn. Oh my gosh. Come on. This is so annoying. Alright. Blue. There we go. Figured it out. Swamp Evolving Wild. Alright, we're just going to grab the Evolving Wilds because we want to get the island. Drew Sunken Hollow anyways. That's fine. Let's go get that blue source. Yeah, pass the turn. Can actually just F9 here because we got nothing going on. Got no energy, so we can't keep up negate or anything. Next turn we will. So shields are down. Would not be a bad time for opponent to pull from tomorrow. Sure. No. Ah, crap. No, I meant to cancel it. Alright. Alright, it's okay. Yeah, I wanted to play Sunken Ruins so that we can have disallow up next turn. I fucked that up. Misclicked. Oh well. Probably not the end of the world. Probably Glimmer of Genius at his end step. He has 5 cards in hand. We have 6. I feel like we're in good shape. In turn, let's Glimmer. Let's put Ether Hub on the bottom. Keep negate. Play Sunken Hollow and pass. Wish I could just skip until he plays something, but it doesn't really seem like there's a yield for that. So we click OK. One step at a time. Pull from tomorrow. So if we negate this, we are shields down, which I think is fine. I mean, that's the kind of thing we want to counter, so it is what it is. And this would be why I would have wanted to play Sunken Hollow last turn instead of Forbidding Ruins. So he has Murder. Murder is the only thing in his hand we still know of. Could just play Thing in the Ice and make him use it. Could counter it, I guess. Fatal Push. No, so he has 2 kill spells, so we'll just let it happen. Protect the bigger threat, like the Planeswalkers. And hopefully draw into our Sphinx pretty soon. Another Transgress, that's a good draw. Let's close out the old one. He's gonna Glimmer in response. Kind of like negating that It's just a spell. Oh, there we go. We got a Sphinx. That's really good. Okay. Very nice. Okay, because the Sphinx is sort of like the control matchup counter. So we got rid of his, which is really good. Keep track of his hand over there. So you can see what the Sphinx does. If you pause, basically can't be countered and your spells can't be countered. And it has hexproof. So it's pretty good to resolve. Although we do have an answer for it into the slaughter, so that's good. So I imagine he'll be looking to Gear Hulk into the Glimmer or something. He does have a Ruinous Path. There's the land he needs. What does he need it for? He already has 6, he already has double blue. Whatever. I could go for some creatures at this point. Alright. There we go. So we'll just disallow. Blue, blue, 1. And it'll pass. So shield's down again, but if he plays something like the Sphinx, we do have 2 the Slaughter up. So we should be okay. Slow game. I would like to see my Gear Hulks soon. I'm gonna have to let this resolve. No option in the matter. So he's targeting Glimmer, so we're gonna respond so that you can draw a counterspell for this. And get rid of the creature. So if he does have more Sphinx, we're gonna have a bad time, because now we have nothing to do with it. But he is going to get to Glimmer here. So we know Murder and Ruinous Path. And he has 2 unknowns. Got our own Gear Hulk. It's a good time for it. So let's pull up our graveyard. What do we want to do? We can Glimmer, we can Anticipate, we can Transgress. Kind of like just transgressing. Oh, that sorcery has to be instant. Alright, Glimmer it is. Could use some more blue sources for sure. Oh, I guess we do have energy. I forgot about that, huh? Glimmer gives us energy. So we've had more blue sources this whole time. Hope you guys haven't been yelling at me for that. I'll take both of those. I guess Anticipate first. Doesn't really matter. So he's gonna probably just murder the Gear Hulk here. Not much we can do about it. If he awakens Ruinous Path, we might have a bit of a problem, because we don't have any removal at the moment. Commit won't be able to hit it. He's got another Gear Hulk. So that is a problem. Maybe we do want more removal in the deck still. for when things do resolve. So he's targeting pull from tomorrow. Does that work? Are you allowed to pay X? Will you Gear Hulk it? Yeah, I think he just had made himself discard a card. Interesting. It's not how I would have done it, but okay. Either way, we don't have an answer to this guy right now, so that's a problem. We'll have to cast Anticipate here. See what we can find. Gear Hulk. Gear Hulk works. So let's do that. And he scoops. Alright. Well, we won. I guess making himself discard a card there kind of tilted him. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. It's a bit of a slow one this time around, but let me know if you guys are alright with this XMage content instead of MTGO. It'll let me play a bit more of a variety. So, I mean, I'm definitely going to be playing games on here. And yeah, I can play whatever I want to. You can play Legacy. I mean, you can see the games, the queues that are up right now. You got Amonkhet Drafts, Commander, Vintage Cube, Pauper, more Vintage Cube, all kinds of stuff. It's pretty much whatever I want to play. I can make a room and people will join it eventually. So let me know what you guys want to see. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like, subscribe if you enjoy the videos, and I'll see you next time. Oh, also, if you guys do want to see this, feel free to suggest decks and formats and whatever you want to see, you know. Money's not a factor on here, so I can pretty much play whatever I want. Yeah, let me know. Bye, guys.